This is Neil Ratner Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcend Dental and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcend Dental, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. On June 22, 1971, Joni Mitchell released the album Blue, widely regarded by music critics as one of the greatest albums of all time. The album has been described as the quintessential confessional singer-songwriter album, with songwriting and composition frequent areas of praise. Created just after her breakup with Graham Nash and during an intense relationship with James Taylor, Blue explores various facets of relationships. In 1979, Mitchell reflected, "There's hardly a dishonest note in the vocals. At that period of my life, I had no personal defenses. I felt like a cellophane wrapper on a pack of cigarettes. I felt like I had absolutely no secrets from the world, and I couldn't pretend in my life to be strong or to be happy. But the advantage of it in the music was that there were no defenses there either." Joni never wanted to be famous, and as she relates, it was only because she loved the creative process of songwriting that she continued making music.
I had no ambition to be a musician because there was no reason. I mean, the bottom was falling out of folk music. My only thing was, this is the last time I'm ever going to be able, with a grade 12 education, get enough money in the bank, you know, make hay and well the sun shines.
Joni, you worked really hard in the late 60s and early 70s to cultivate the career that you did.
I liked writing. I liked composing. I like creating. I love the creative process. I hate I hate this kind of. I mean, I'm not. No, I really don't like the third degree. You know, like and people getting everything so wrong. I don't. Neither does Warren Beatty. You don't see him doing interviews very much. He doesn't like to be misunderstood either, and being interviewed guarantees misunderstanding. You know.
So how does it feel like when that person becomes, as you did by the early 70s, this massive star? Having said all you did about fame,
I retreated into the BC wilderness.
Yeah.
You know, I hated it. Hated it.
What about the fact that just tons of people were buying your records?
Well, that's different. And that's different. And the people that feel the music, and the trick is, if you listen to that music and you see me, you're not getting anything out of it. If you listen to that music and you see yourself, it'll probably make you cry and you'll learn something about yourself, and now you're getting something out of it.
In January 2000, the New York Times chose Blue as one of the 25 albums that represented turning points and pinnacles in 20th century popular music. And in 2020, Blue was rated the third greatest album of all time in Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time, the highest entry by a female artist. California was the second single from the album. Mitchell describes the song as a letter back home. She was traveling in Europe and wrote the first verse in Paris and the second verse in Spain, all the while longing to be in California, where the third verse was completed. Okay, let's listen. From Blue, Joni Mitchell and California.